Welcome to our presentation on blockchain as a service, where we explore how cloud-based platforms are making distributed ledger technology accessible to businesses of all sizes, removing much of the technical overhead and enabling organizations to harness blockchain's benefits without deep infrastructure complexity. In this chapter, we examine the blockchain revolution and the practical challenges it brings, looking beyond hype to the real technical and organizational barriers that have slowed enterprise adoption, and setting the stage for why simpler, cloud-delivered models matter. Blockchain goes far beyond cryptocurrency, offering decentralized architecture that removes single points of failure, immutable records that secure audit trails and build trust, and a wide range of applications from finance to healthcare and supply chain that are reshaping industry processes. Despite blockchain's potential, a complexity barrier remains. Enterprises face specialized cryptographic and distributed systems requirements, complex node and consensus configuration, ongoing maintenance, and heavy resource demands such as hardware, energy, and developer talent, which together create a strong need for simplified access models. The promise of decentralized trust sounds powerful, but it often collides with the reality of technical complexity and resource intensity, so organizations must weigh the transformative benefits against practical costs and operational commitments. Organizations need simplification so they can focus on business outcomes rather than infrastructure. Market demand is growing for accessible solutions that accelerate digital transformation, and democratizing blockchain capability is essential so small and medium enterprises can experiment and innovate affordably. Chapter 2 introduces blockchain as a service, a model designed to abstract away infrastructure complexity and let businesses consume blockchain functionality through cloud platforms, making it easier to pilot, build, and scale distributed applications without deep internal blockchain expertise. BaaS is a cloud-native, fully managed solution that delivers blockchain infrastructure via cloud platforms, removing the need to provision, configure, and maintain nodes, while providing complete abstraction so teams can concentrate on application logic rather than consensus mechanisms or low-level network operations. At its core, BaaS works by letting third-party providers deploy and maintain blockchain nodes and networks in secure cloud environments, expose functionality through APIs and SDKs so developers interact without managing protocols, and offer managed services that handle node health, security updates, scaling, and monitoring automatically. Modern BaaS platforms include rich developer toolkits and comprehensive API suites for rapid dApp development, built-in token management for fungible and non-fungible assets, real-time monitoring dashboards to track network health and transactions, and enterprise-grade security features to meet institutional standards. The presentation image of a monitoring dashboard illustrates how modern platforms translate complex blockchain operations into accessible visual tools, enabling teams without deep technical expertise to monitor performance, track transactions, and manage distributed networks effectively from a single pane of glass. Chapter 3 focuses on industry leaders and real-world applications, highlighting the major providers, ecosystem foundations, and practical deployments that are turning blockchain from experimental projects into production-grade services with tangible business value. Major cloud providers and enterprise platforms are powering the BaaS market. Microsoft and Consensus pioneered Azure-based enterprise Ethereum, Amazon offers managed blockchain services for multiple frameworks, IBM provides hyperledger-based solutions for supply chain and finance, and Alibaba targets regional commercial deployments with IoT and anti-counterfeiting features. Ecosystem consortia and open-source foundations play a critical role. R3's Corda targets regulated financial workflows, the Hyperledger Foundation advances modular enterprise frameworks like Fabric and Sawtooth, and specialist providers such as Paystand are using blockchain to streamline B2B payments and reconciliation. Real-world use cases illustrate tangible benefits. Blockchain enhances supply chain transparency with tamper-proof provenance, streamlines cross-border payments and trade finance in financial services, enables secure patient data sharing across healthcare systems, and supports digital content monetization and rights management through tokenization. The supply chain slide highlights how blockchain-verified processes create end-to-end transparency from factory to consumer, allowing traceability of product history, authenticity checks at every stage, and improved safety and trust for both businesses and end customers. Chapter 4 looks at strategic benefits, persistent challenges, and the future trajectory of BaaS. framing how the model lowers entry barriers while revealing areas where industry collaboration and technical innovation are still required. BaaS delivers clear strategic advantages. It reduces capital expenditure through pay-as-you-go pricing, accelerates time to market with pre-configured templates and APIs, enhances enterprise-grade security via managed protections, enables seamless scalability through cloud-native architectures, and frees teams to focus on innovation and application value. Important challenges remain to address, including varying regulatory requirements across jurisdictions, interoperability gaps between different blockchain protocols that hinder data portability, and privacy concerns in multi-tenant cloud environments that demand strong isolation and encryption strategies, all of which call for coordinated standards and best practices. The market slide highlights rapid adoption and growth, with enterprise interest driving a substantial market valuation today and projections showing explosive expansion over the coming years, as industries from finance to healthcare embrace blockchain for strategic digital transformation. The growth trajectory shown on the adjacent graph underscores a shift from experimental pilots to essential enterprise infrastructure, driven by cloud accessibility, proven use case success, and accelerating investments that together propel the BaaS market toward mainstream adoption. Looking ahead, BaaS will act as a catalyst for blockchain mainstreaming by democratizing access for SMEs, enabling technology convergence with IoT and AI, and spawning new business models such as decentralized finance, token economies, and self-sovereign identity that reshape how value is created and exchanged. A case study spotlight on Microsoft and Consensys shows how a 2015 Azure Ethereum partnership lowered entry barriers, offered pre-configured environments for experimentation, reduced organizational risk, and helped establish cloud-based delivery as the preferred enterprise deployment pattern for blockchain innovation. As a practical call to action, organizations should assess where transparency and traceability can add value, evaluate and select strategic BaaS partners aligned to technical and compliance needs, launch focused pilot projects to build internal expertise and validate outcomes, and then scale successful use cases with confidence to capture long-term digital advantage.